Alright, I just want to do a quick video for you guys. This is a LifeCam fix, particularly for the LifeCam Studio, a focusing issue. I got this camera secondhand because I needed a cheap HD camera to record myself with for videos like this. And the very first issue I ran into when I plugged it in was focusing. It was blurry, and I immediately started looking online, and I found other LifeCam models because there's a lot of them, and they all seem to have an issue too, which tells me it's got to be something with Microsoft. But basically, I couldn't find any solution that worked for me. Now, I'm going to start off by showing you the camera, which is this one right here. So if you have a camera that looks like this with the blue light on the button on top, then this is the camera that this may fix for you. First thing you're going to want to do, and I found this online, is possibly a solution. This may fix it for you. For me, it didn't fix it. I had to take a step further, but you're going to go into your software. If you are using this for whatever, you'll have downloaded and installed the LifeCam Studio software. And you're going to go to your settings panel. You're going to uncheck this true color box, and once you do that, you're going to click on a little properties button, and that properties button should appear somewhere right here, and then that's going to bring up a window that looks like this. Now, I'm actually using OBS Studio as my software to record. So there's actually a configure video button within the properties for the camera, so you don't even need the software if you have this. OBS Studio is your thing, and possibly others, I couldn't tell you. But basically, you're going to bring up this window by clicking configure video or properties, and then you're going to go over to camera control, and you're going to untick autofocus. And then you can manually adjust it, and basically the farther you are away, the more to the left you can try dragging it. Now, if that doesn't work for you, which it didn't work for me, because even when I dragged it all the way to the left, it would still be pretty blurry. So at that point, I knew it had to be the hardware itself. Maybe the focusing range wasn't right. Now, how the camera focuses is you have this little inner wheel right here. This physically moves forward and backward, and to get a farther focus, it would move backwards. So basically, the fix involves breaking this right here. I'll show you. I took this little hammer. This is for like car windows. If your car gets trapped, you can break a window underwater with this. But what I did was I basically tapped the glass cover real hard with it, and it broke it, and pieces shattered and fell all inside here. But if you just get some small tool to kind of pick the remaining pieces out, and then kind of tap it to where all the pieces fall out, and just clear that out, you're basically just going to completely remove this glass panel however you can. And once you do that, you'll be able to directly mess with this wheel thing, which is where I guess the camera lens itself sits. Now, first thing I did was I tried to push it a little further back, but it wouldn't go back any further. So the next thing I did was I took a little tiny pry tool like this. You can see it's thin but wide, and I basically wedged it in between the corner of the outer area here and this inner wheel, and then I twisted it, and it would rub up against this and cause this whole little mechanism here to rotate. And I basically got it to rotate just a slight amount clockwise, and I noticed the video began focusing. So you basically, depending on your distance, I guess is really going to determine how much you need to twist it. You twist it, and then set it back. Look, if you look clear, that's great, and that's what worked for me. Now, I don't know if this will work for everybody. Obviously, at this point, I personally am leaving autofocus off just to ensure that there's no further focusing that the camera tries to do. The only downside, of course, is you're stuck with this focus level, and you have a depth range that you can go in to keep it clear. If I go too close to the camera, it's going to get blurry. If I go too far back, it'll start to get blurry. But nonetheless, if you're just needing it in a particular position like I am, you can see it, this is it, this is all I'll ever need, then that's great. You're basically set. So hopefully this will help anybody out who has a issue like I did. I just want to thank you for watching the video, and if you have any questions or any other issues, let me know. And if this doesn't work for anybody but other fixes do work, definitely put that in the comments so that other people who might, you know, have this camera, can't return it, can't do anything, this is their only option, know that this camera is still usable. So thanks again, and see y'all later.